about it, everybody? Kind of low right there. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all about this fifth grader and his speech on same-sex marriage. Man, this fifth grader at a New York school. He he was Give me this camera. He was going to give his speech, but this thing is they had a contest at his school, and he was to give a speech or write a speech out, and it'll be in front of the whole school, or the whole class, a fellow class, or something like that. And it was a contest. So one day they was watching, him and his mom was watching the news with the president saying that he supports gay marriages. So him and his mom, the boy's name is Cameron, by the way. His mom asked him how does he feel about gay marriage, and he said that he didn't want to use the word sex, so he just said this gender marriages. Now, this is where a lot of controversy happens, because a lot of people look at people with the same sex marriage like, man, that shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't be implemented in the United States. That's not ethical, as they say. But look at how much of it is happening. Look how much of it is happening. A lot of gay marriages is happening. And me myself, I ain't finna marry nobody gay. I mean, I ain't finna marry nobody the same sex that got the same thing to me. I mean, my mushroom tip needs some sugar walls. I mean, if I had to say it like that. But anyway, and he gets ready to go and say his speech in front of everybody at his school, and the principal stopped him, saying that it's not appropriate for a fifth grader to be talking about such a subject. So they made him talk about preventing animal cruelty. Now, why would this be such a problem? Why would this be such a problem? I mean, kids see it every day. They see it every day. Everywhere if you take your kid to the grocery store, if you take your kid to the mall, if you take your kid walking to the park or somewhere, what you gonna see? You gonna see a man and a man holding hands, or a woman and a woman holding hands. One of the two. I mean, it ain't the end of the world. It's just a change. It's a change. When I read this story, I kind of had a feeling of a young Martin Luther King. You know, he had a dream. And but back to the story. The news and the media, they started interviewing the principal. Why did you make him write about something else? Why didn't you let him talk about this? Why didn't you let him talk about that? So, on the intervene, he didn't win the contest with his prevention of animal cruelty. He didn't win the contest. But eventually he was able to, because they went back through and went back in and said, you know what? We're going to let him say this speech. We're going to let him give his speech on the first topic that he first talked about. So they let him get that. They let him say his speech, and he was really proud. He was really proud. He felt good. And one line was like, some people are for the same gender marriage, while others are against it. Like President Obama, I believe that all people should have the right to marry whoever they want. Marriage is about love, support, commitment. So who are we to judge? Them some powerful words coming from a 5th grader. Some powerful words. Then he goes on saying, if we judge people like this is a form of prejudice. We must learn to accept all differences. Now that's a very powerful speech from a 5th grader. And I think he should have been able to say this speech in his contest. He should have been able to say his speech in front of all his peers, all his fellow classmates, as they said in the article. I think that he should have been able to say all that. But no. The principal said they shouldn't know about this. The parents shouldn't allow it. He's too young. She ought to be skinned like a polecat.